to night 2 of the 2025 New Japan Cup. We start off with a tag match. We have Sanada and Chase Owens versus Yuya Uemura and Taka Michinoku. Sanada, Chase Owens of the War Dogs and OG Bullet Club, and Yuya Uemura and Taka Michinoku of Just Four Guys. This match, Sanada and Yuya start with a brawl outside, as typical. Obviously, Sanada still has heat with Just Four Guys, obviously, and he's probably more aggravated and pissed off that he lost to Uemura yesterday on night 1, and he's out of the New Japan Cup. Obviously, they're not going to end this. I guarantee you, this feud is going to keep going and going. This feud, I believe, between Sanada and Just Four Guys, this might. I believe that they might carry this all the way into next year's Wrestle Kingdom. That's what I believe they're going to go. It's going to be a full year feud. But you could be the judge of it. If you like to see it go that long, I mean, let me know. If you don't, I mean, I like to hear your thoughts on how long you think this feud's going to go. Because I think they're going to go that long. And it's going to probably eventually end with Sanada finally getting the win and finally throwing Just Four Guys out. But not officially throwing them out, but like throwing them out like, hey, I got the better of you finally. Because I think that's what it is Sanada's trying to and get the better of them. But anyway, so that makes sense why they're still brawling, and they brawl outside. And then both members of the team, and then Chase Owens goes and grabs Taka Michinoku and starts brawling as well for a couple of minutes, and then they move around the seats, the floor seats. They're throwing chairs at each other, bang, bang, bang. Then they go in the ring. Match happens. They're in, they're out, they're doing their stuff. You know, it's an average match. That's all I'm gonna say. This match is good. It was a good match. It's not the greatest match. It's not an amazing match. It's not a bad match, because we ended with Chase Owens pins Taka Michinoku after a G-trigger kick. So I give this match a 3 stars. Again, like I said, not bad, not amazing, not the best. It was good. It was good for a good opener, and I like that they're still continuing the feud with Sanada and Just Four Guys. I like it. So, and again, I hope it goes till at least next year's Wrestle Kingdom. But hey, you could be the judge of it. You could let me know how long you think, or do you like this feud? Anyway, then we move into the next match. We had United Empire's TJP, Jeff Cobbs, and Jacob Young versus TMDK's Zack Sabre Jr., Hartley Jackson, and Rohei Oiwa. Winners, TMDK. I don't think I was surprised about the winners being TMDK, since Oiwa won last night. He won at night 1, so he advanced. And I'm like, okay, I see. And also, TJP and Jeff Cobbs have a bye, so it's more like they haven't even competed yet. So they have a bye into the second round, while Oiwa just won. So I get the momentum that they want to give TMDK, more so give Oiwa a little bit of a momentum, being like, not only did you win last night, but hey, here's some momentum going into round 2. Because Oiwa is the new guy, if you will. Compared to everybody in TMDK, he's like the new guy, the newest guy in the company. So it makes sense. So I totally get it. Like, but they start off with TJP and Zack Sabre Jr., which I was like, yes, perfect 2 men to start. And I also like that commentary was mentioning that TJP wants to transition to open weight. I'm like, I don't mind him being open weight, but the only issue that lies with him trying to be open weight is he cannot compete for the IWGP heavyweight title unless he puts up a little weight where he's almost at the barrier of the limit for the IWGP heavyweight, the heavyweight division, right? So I was like, I don't mind. I don't mind that he wants to be an open weight competitor now. But that also then leaves the reason why Francisco Akira was also being heavily pushed as a singles competitor, because it shows now that TJP also wants to move into a singles competition into open weight division. So I see where they're going with it now. And also, it was great to see TJP after a very long absence of TJP. And I do enjoy seeing the United Empire flag being waved, because, you know, TJP is the new captain, as they like to say, and flag bearer for United Empire. So that was something cool that we learned that um yeah, and then and I like this. The first tag that TJP makes is to Jeff Cobbs. So ZSJ decide, you know what? Hartley, get in. Two big men, two big sweetie men. They are beating each other out. Oh man, this was great to see. They were going after each other like bang, bang, bang. Who's gonna take the first fall? They're going running at each other. Nope, run, nope, run, nope, run, nope, run, nope. It's like back and I was like, yo, this is typical big giant meaty men. Big giant meat fest is what this is. And I was like, this is great because you got almost 600 pounds between the two of them in the ring. And at the end, obviously, if you want to give that little oomph to TMDK, might as well let Jeff Cobbs take the first fall, which I like it. Then later on, as the match is going on and on and on and on, I like that the TMDK because they're very technical, like ZSJ, technical wrestler. Oewa is both a brawler and a technician. So I like where they started going after Jacob Austin Young's arm. So it kind of shows the whole TMDK's technical side of their prowess, their abilities. So I was like, okay, this is typical TMDK. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. And then yeah. And then after we see frequent tags, like tag him, tag him, tag him, tag him. And then eventually you had Jeff Cobbs in the ring, and then OAY hits a short arm, what do they call? Short arm ricochet lariat and 1, 2, 3 pin. And I'm like, this is good. Let OAY pin get the winning pin to build momentum for OAY. Makes perfect sense. He, like I said earlier, he wins the first round. He advances into the second round. He gets the winning pin on somebody who got a bye into the second round. So this is good momentum for Ryohei Oewa. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't know. You guys could maybe. I know some people might be saying like, I don't think they needed it, but I think it should have happened. Anyway, next we had a match that I was looking forward to because I like this feud because the storytelling in this feud is very very well done between House of Torture and War Dogs. This is like probably right now the number one, maybe a close second feud in New Japan right now, and I'm loving it. So we had Takashi Yojiro, Ren Narita, and Yoshinobu Kanemaru of House of Torture versus War Dogs, Dave Kidd, David Finlay, and Gato. Oh, by the way, the previous match, I'm giving it the United Empire versus DMDK. I give it a 3.25. Now, this match, House of Torture versus War Dogs, gets a 3.25 as well. Yes, 3.25. They start with, by the way, I do like what they did, how they're doing it now when War Dogs and House of Torture are together in the ring, like more so Gabe Kidd in the ring or Drilla Maloney, because these two are the big ones that where the feud started with House of Torture. And I like how they started a brawl. Boom. Right at the get-go. Let's start a brawl within the stands, the floor seats. They went around and around and around again and again. And I'm like, this is perfect. You cannot start a House of Torture War Dogs match without the brawl, without the pre-bell beatdown from both sides. You can't. You have to do it. And this is storytelling 101. You know, as they get into the ring, Ren Narita and Gato start. And I'm like, I'm not surprised Gato started. Not surprised because they're gonna build through Gato, and I'm not surprised Ren Narita because obviously Evil is not gonna start, and so it makes sense for Ren Narita to start with, and then Finn, and then I like this part. This part I liked a lot, where as soon as Gato gives the hot tag to Finlay, Finlay comes out like boom, like a freight train explosive, like whoosh, boom, boom, and you're like, oh my god. Like, blink and you miss it explosiveness. Run, tackle, run, clothesline, corner, run, boom, flip, hit, run. I was like, holy crap. This is like watching a freight train go 1,000 miles an hour. I'm like, damn. Go Finley. And I'm not and I never liked David Finley. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was never the fan of David Finley. Even now, even though I really respect and started to like Gabe Kidd and Drilla Maloney, I still don't really see a lot in David Finley. But he got me hyped. I'll say that. I was like, whoo. He even made me feel tired just watching it. I'm like, whoo. I was like, whoo. I'm out of energy. And I'm like, damn. Like that was an amazing hot tag. That was like probably one of the best hot tags I've seen in a very long time. I salute my hat to David Finley for that hot tag explosiveness. After that, we had the referee get knocked down by one of the House of Torture members, and then they cheat, they do whatever. But, as they're trying to cheat, they fail to cheat because David Finley catches them along with Gato and Gabe Kidd catches, and then powerbomb 1, 2, 3, winner, War Dogs. Congratulations, War Dogs, on a good, solid 3.25 star match. And I'm really, really, really invested in this feud. Heavily invested. Now, we go into the final match. Yes, the final match before the New Japan Cup matches. We had House of Tortures, Evil, Sho, and Dick Togo versus LIJ's Bushi, Shingo Takagi, and Yota Tsuji. Now, one thing I'm going to say is Evil should have been in the match with House of Torture, but I kind of understand because they already did that match. I think, was it the night before or no? Was it the night before? They've already done something there, but I'm like, okay, I get where Ren Narita is the main guy for the guy that really insinuated all of this War Dog stuff, and Evil backed him. So I kind of get it, but I just wish Evil was in the previous match. But hey, I don't mind this. LIJ is my favorite faction, so come on, LIJ, beat the crap out of House of Torture, But no, House of Torture wins, and I totally understand why. Again, they're building this whole thing, and I kind of understand why Evil was even in this match, because Evil's also chasing after the IWGP Global Heavyweight title, so he's gonna bringing up the fact that, hey, Tsuji, I've beaten you. Hey, Tsuji, I'm gonna get that title shot. That kind of rub it in his face. I deserve the IWGP Global Heavyweight title. So I understand why he's here. I totally get it. And I like the story that they were building within that match, where Yota Tsuji immediately rushes into Evil and boom, goes after him, goes outside, throws him around like he's pissed off because Evil set the record for the fastest New Japan Cup match. And it pissed off Yota Tsuji, and I would be too. And I get it. They're going to set up, I bet you, I guarantee you, Evil is not winning the New Japan Cup, but Evil will rub it in Yota Tsuji's face that not only did he beat him in a one-on-one match in the New Japan Cup to advance in the second round, but he also beat him in this six-man tag match. So he deserves an IWGP Global Heavyweight title match at Sakura Genesis. Mark my words, Sakura Genesis. They're building. This is where they're building. They're building to Sakura Genesis with House of Torture chasing after War Dogs and Evil chasing after Yota Tsuji. And I have a feeling that Evil will take the IWGP Global Heavyweight title away from Yota Tsuji. Sad face because, LIJ fan here. But I think that's where they're going, and they're going to have House of Torture cheat to would I say dethrone? No, just kind of take out War Dogs without Gabe Kidd, because also they're going to try to go after Gabe Kidd. I think what they're doing is they're trying to show that, hey, War Dogs, we're on top. I think so I like the stories that they were telling and building on them. In this match we had more brawls back again. outside with Yota Tsuji and Evil with the chairs and the floor seats. So it's like story building, story within a story. Beautiful. At the end we had Ren Naruto come in the ring, hits Bushi with his uh wooden thing, and then Evil hits the sharpshooter or the evil shooter or whatever he calls it, but the sharpshooter, Bushi taps out and match over. But I like it. I like where they went after. War Dogs come in. Run! House of Torture, run! And that run they did. House of Torture ran. And I like it. I like it. Build a story within a story while telling another story while connecting the dots and the strings to one full story. This is wow. Other promotions need to look at this. That you don't need to be full on entertainment. You don't need to go crazy with, hey, hit you over the head like, hey, this is happening. No, 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 no. They did this without telling you. They told you. We connected all the strings together. And War Dog, hoo, 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 hoo. Yep, they bark. Bark with them. This match gets a 3.25. Actually, I'll bump it up to 3.5 for storytelling. Yes, 3.5 for immense, beautiful storytelling 101. I know some of you might be like, but I get, but if you really, really look deep into this, you will understand where I'm talking about. Now we go into the New Japan Cup matches. First New Japan Cup match of night 2, round 1. We have Bolton Oleg versus Bad Luck Fala. I give this a 3 stars. This was it was good. I'm not saying it was bad. This was good. They start out with the fight outside for about a minute and then come back in. Both of them are doing this and that and in and out. It wasn't like anybody did like, oh my God, highlight reels. Oh my God. No, it was more like basic. Like they're just trying to be like, okay, can I do this? Can I do that? All right, perfect. Good match. It showed Bolton Oleg's skill. Bolton Oleg is a graduate of the Young Lions program, right? Showed that he's here to stay. And he showed his powers by being able to hit the kamikaze steamroll slam onto Bad Luck Fala for the win. 1, 2, 3. Wow. Now I have interest in Bolton Oleg. This is how you build new generation and new stars. Because now New Japan's got my interest in Bolton Oleg. But prior to that, I was like, now I'm interested. So now we move into match 2 of the New Japan Cup. Well, not match 2 of the night, but just the New Japan Cup matches of the night 2. It's Great Okan versus ELP. They did a lot of great moves. They both came swinging. They both showed their veteran skills. They both showed that why they are chosen to be in this match. Why they were correct to face off against each other in the first round of the New Japan Cup. But ultimately, Great Okan wins with the claw, face lift, choke slam. I don't know what he calls it. But if you know what he calls it, let me know in the comment section below. And I give this match a 3.25 stars. Then we got match 3, the third match of the New Japan Cup of night 2. Drilla Maloney, his first time at the New Japan Cup since transitioning to heavyweight, versus Tomohiro Ishii. Wow, this match shows Drilla Maloney is a true heavyweight. Shows Drilla Maloney is here to stay as a heavyweight. He's not just your junior that came in. He's a true, tried and true heavyweight. There was a lot of who's stronger than who in this match. Like they were showing off. Like Drilla's like, I could do this. Oh, Tomohiro Ishii's like, no, I could do it. Drilla's, I could do it. Ishii, I could do it. There was a lot of back and forth between who's stronger than who, which again shows, hey, if you can go off with a big man like Ishii, you are truly capable of being in the heavyweight division. So hats off to Drilla Maloney, and I give this match a 3.25. And Drilla Maloney advances by hitting the Drilla Killer on Tomohiro Ishii. So, hey, some of you might not like Drilla, I don't know, but I like him. He's earned my respect along with Gabe Kidd of the War Dogs. But again, David Finlay still, Sanada, he's just there. So maybe one day David Finlay will join the ranks of Drilla Maloney and Gabe Kidd, maybe. Anyways, then we go into the last New Japan Cup because tonight they did it a little weirdly. They decided to close the night with a non-New Japan Cup match. But I get the competitors that were in the match. So this is the last New Japan Cup of night 2, which was Coleman Newman versus Tetsuya Naito. This match, 3.25 stars. That's right. I'm going to give this a 3.25 stars. This match, they did a lot of showing off. They gave Coleman Newman some time to show himself and show what he can do and show the crowd, hey, look, this is me. I'm really proving that I can play with the big dogs now, right? Naito targeted his legs a lot, so there was a lot of moments where he tried to show but couldn't, and I was like, smart. I like the way they're going out with it. Psychology 101 by Tetsuya Naito. Wow. Veteran move, psychology. Who would have thought psychology would win? Yeah, and then at the end of it, Naito tried to hit the Teturoi, I forgot, however you pronounce it, but failed to do it, and then hit the roll up. And I'm like, hey, a roll up is not bad because at least you don't make Coleman Newman look weak. You at least go, hey, Naito got a surprise win. Good, because if you're trying to showcase someone who's now there and trying to grow him, this is a good way to do it. So I give this match a 3.25 stars. Now it's time for the main event. In the main event, we had Satoshi Kojima and Yuji Nagata versus Hiroshi Tanahashi and IWGP Heavyweight Champion Hiroki Goto. So now when I saw the competitors, I'm like, okay, I understand why this was the main event. Because you're trying to build story into the IWGP title match in the finals of the final night of the New Japan Cup. So I was like, okay, I totally understand why they main evented this. Which, at first I was upset that this wasn't a New Japan Cup match, but I was like, you know what? I understand. I give it the pass. So we start off with Goto and Nagata, which I'm like, all right, perfect. That's good. Kind of tease us for what's to come. All right, they both show their moves, but not go all the way. And then we had Kojima. No, sorry, we had Tanahashi come in the ring. Then Kojima. Then Tanahashi did a few things with Yuji Nagata, tags in Kojima, and typical Satoshi Kojima. Throw Tanahashi in the corner and get ready. Machine gun chop. Machine gun chops. I love machine gun chops. I do. I just go, whoo, machine gun chop. I get excited for them. I know some people don't like them, chop fest and machine gun chops, but I do. And again, this is another big reason. If you guys saw why I love New Japan Pro Wrestling, because in Japanese wrestling, there's a lot of chop fest, and I like it. Anyway, so that got my wheels going. And then after that, throughout the match, we see multiple tags back and forth and back, like actual multiple tags going back and forth, and each of them doing little here, little there, tag, little here, little there, tag, little here, little there, tag. So I like that they let everyone get in their spots. Like they let everyone get a spot, tag, get a spot, tag, little here, little there, tag, get your spot, tag. So it was good showcase of all four competitors. And then after we see Hiroshi Tanahashi hit a top rope senton, which kind of a little heavier on his senton. He didn't really roll it through, but at least Yuji Nagata didn't get hurt. I will give him that. I'll give him that one. Oh, we also forgot that at the beginning of it, Kojima and Tanahashi did have some chop battles going back and forth between each other in the middle of the ring. So I like that part too. That part got me going as well. So and the machine gun chops was after Tanahashi did I just remember because he did the machine gun chop after Tanahashi did the top rope senton, and then after everybody comes in the ring, all four of them are in the ring, and you're like, oh my god, brawl fest in the ring, brawl for all. And then we ended with, which makes sense, Goto hitting the GTR on Kojima and going for the pin, and then Goto goes on the mic, which I was like, what do you have to say? He just thanks the crowd, and I'm like, oh, respect. And then hands over the mic to Hiroshi Tanahashi, and he thanks Goto for everything, thanks the crowd for everything, bows down, and I'm like, okay, this is respect. This is typical great respect. And then what I like that Hiroshi Tanahashi said was that you can leave New Japan in my hands from now on, and I will give you what you want. I was like, oh my god, this is awesome. Hiroshi Tanahashi is the man of the people. He is New Japan's people's champion. And you now see, if you guys saw my top 10 favorite wrestlers, now you kind of see why the ace, as you can see I'm wearing, the ace of New Japan, the ace of Japan, the ace, Hiroshi Tanahashi is in my top 10 for stuff like this. I salute everything and everybody. And this match, I give it a strong 3.5 stars. So this concludes night 2 of the New Japan Cup. Get ready for night 3 coming in on Tuesday. Anyways, if you guys love wrestling and video games, what are you waiting for? There's a button over here. You see the button right here? The red one? Yeah, hit that so it turns gray. Then you see the bell button. Hit it and hit all and hit the like button. Share this video around. And remember, as always, enjoy your life. Keep on collecting and we'll see y'all for another video.